Hello everybody! This week is British Science Week and I want to talk to you about some of the amazing things that have been going on behind the scenes in science that you might not know about. And although things have changed quite a lot, we seem to be getting back to normal a little bit. And somebody very special has sent us a little video.
Hello Ripley St Thomas, my name is Jodie Whittaker and I have been amazed by the speed at which scientists have created a vaccine against COVID. Now remember, some superheroes wear lab coats. Have a great week, stay safe and happy learning.
I think it's safe to say that coronavirus has affected all of us in some way or another this year. But some of the real superheroes are the ones wearing lab coats.
Hello, Ripley St Thomas. My name is Dr. Sean Elias, a researcher at the Jenner Institute, University of Oxford, and on behalf of the entire team here, I'm here to wish you a happy Science Week. Please enjoy our video presentation, which explains the research work we do here at the university in the development of vaccines for diseases such as coronavirus.
The E1 region of the ChAdOx1 genome encodes for the proteins necessary to initiate virus replication. In our vaccines, we replace this region with our vaccine antigen, which means that the virus will no longer replicate in cells within the host's body. However, to produce ChAdOx1 vaccine stocks, the proteins expressed from the E1 region are required. To do this, we use a special cell line called human embryonic kidney 293 Treg cells. Volunteers taking part in our clinical trials attend appointments at the CCVTM. Once they have been successfully screened to ensure eligibility for any given trial, they can be booked in to be vaccinated. In our COVID-19 vaccine trial, 50% of participants receive the test vaccine and 50% receive an alternative control vaccine. Which vaccine is injected is blinded for both participants and those administering the vaccine. Volunteers are monitored post-vaccination to check for side effects and assess the overall safety profile of the vaccine. Before their first vaccination and at subsequent visits over the preceding weeks and months, volunteers donate blood so that we can assess the immune response to the vaccine.
So when we make a vaccine, we're interested in two types of immune response, an antibody response or a T-cell response. And an ELISpot is a test to count the number of T-cells in your body that the vaccine has made your immune system produce. So we take a sample of blood, we separate out the T-cells from that sample of blood, and then we incubate them overnight with some small pieces, some small fragments of the vaccine. And if the vaccine's worked and your immune system has responded, when those T-cells see that part of the vaccine again, they'll interact with it and produce some chemical signals that we can detect on the ELISpot plate. So the ELISpot plate is there to capture the signals that the T-cells make. And on the second day, we take the cells off, we add some different antibodies and colours, and at the end of it, you end up with a well with a white background and lots of blue spots in it. And each spot is the footprint of a T-cell that has been produced by the vaccine and is able to respond to the virus in real life in the future should you encounter it.
In our local community, there have been lots and lots of scientists working really hard behind the scenes. At Lancaster Hospital, lots of doctors and nurses have been saving lives and treating COVID patients, as well as other illnesses, and the A&E department has still been busy. Radiographers have been helping to analyse scans. Scientists working in laboratories have been analysing samples, and this is all really important to help diagnose patients. The maternity ward has also still been really busy. Life doesn't stop at the hospital. At Lancaster University, staff and students are helping with efforts to deal with the COVID crisis in different ways. They volunteered the use of their labs to help out the NHS. The aim was to increase the number of tests for staff and patients. Volunteers from biomedical and life sciences are working with the NHS staff on diagnostic tests. Staff members even bought a 3D printer to help make face shields at home. They now supply GP surgeries, hospitals, care homes and the North West Ambulance Service across Lancashire and Cumbria. The university's outreach team also put together some kid packs. The supplies were donated by the university and local businesses. These supplies are going to help children in families unable to afford basic stationery or internet access. Staff and students have also been helping make donations for food banks. Their engineers and technicians have been working to produce other equipment for the NHS too. They're making curtain hooks for hospitals, The hooks need to be replaced if there's an infected patient on a cubicle. 1,600 hooks a day are being manufactured on campus. They've also made headbands for protective visors. The visors are used for local hospital staff. The university is also supporting the portal for companies offering their services to the NHS. They are some of the many ways that the university is helping to respond to the crisis of COVID-19.
And at Heysham Power Station, they've been working really hard to make sure we still have power. Very important for our remote learning.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm an operations technician at Heysham 2 Power Station with EDF Energy. I really liked the apprenticeship and I really would recommend it to anybody who's looking for a future career in engineering. It's so important to work hands-on with the tech you'll be using and get to know your teams. At the end of my apprenticeship, I got offered a job in operations. Operations works shift. It's really interesting, but also very strange when you first come to it. I work days and nights keeping the station running, and I also have to do my emergency skills, which means I am firefighting trained.
So all of these science heroes have helped us to get through coronavirus and get through this pandemic, and now we're starting to get back to some kind of normality. At Ripley St Thomas, we want to inspire you and help you to follow your dreams, and hopefully that might include science. We really miss doing fun practicals with you, like flame tests. Maybe one day you might even want to be a science teacher. We've also made you some fun practical experiments that you can do at home, and we're going to send those out on Firefly so you can have a look at them yourselves. We'd also like you to get involved in the British Science Week competition to develop your own poster, and that's a national competition that you can enter yourselves. Details again are on our Firefly page. Thank you to all of the science heroes that have helped to make this video, but there are still some science problems out there that are going to need you guys to fix, such as global warming, climate change. We need you guys, the future generation, to come up with new ideas to help us to combat these issues. So remember, some superheroes wear lab coats, and maybe one day it could be you that's saving the world.
We can be heroes.